Hey everyone, and welcome to this video discussion, hopefully leveling video on the armor stacking slash auto stacking champion. This is in the Ancestor League. So a lot of people requested some gameplay after my previous video that I made. So I'm going to start off with some gameplay over here, and then we can go through some of the build stuff. If you're worried about the mage blood on my character, I will revert my character back to the way it was initially without the mage blood customization, and then I'll show the budget version of the build. I'm pretty solo southbound with my scarabs at the moment. I just, whatever I see that will make sense I put in. The only scarabs that I've bought a bunch of is the strongbox scarabs, since I really like the strongboxes in my maps. Then I've been running a lot of breach. The reason mostly that I run breach is I thought it would be a lot of fun to just do breach, because I haven't done it in a long time. And then with that I also do some Legion. Obviously I run the red altars in my maps. I personally chose them simply for, I guess I don't die as much as I do with the Eater of World altars. Pretty close to leveling now. So yeah, I just wanted to get to level 100 for the first time. So I made this character partially for doing that and for just trying to kill some Uber bosses for the first time this league, because I have not actually tried before. So far I have gotten 5 out of 7. I have not been able to kill Uber Elder and Uber Maven yet. The rest are relatively easy on this build. The only one that I have some trouble with is Uber Shaper. Because of the Shaper Beam touch issue, you just instantly die. Because of my chess piece, the Doryani's prototype. Sorry, I'm just continuously looking at my my bar here, because I'm very excited to level up. This is the first time that I'm gonna reach level 100 in my life. So there we go, 40 out of 40 challenges and level 100. Alright, so here we are, our first level 100 character, got 40 out of 40. I thought just to quickly show you guys my, my Atlas skill tree. That's what I used the majority of the time to farm and level up. I basically just went for as much quick content as I could. I know Delirium is a good option here too, but with all the craziness and how often I die to Mana Siphoner, Delirium just was too much visual clutter for me, and I ended up dying too much in it. But yeah, you can do Delirium. It's going to be pretty much the same or better as this. I just chose Strongbox stuff, chose Shrines. I chose this node for as much as possible to get June in my maps, just by chance, so she spawns randomly. I chose the Breach stuff and most of the Legion stuff over here, and I just chose this mostly for quantity, so I get more drops. And I guess I just chose these so I randomly sometimes drop some maps. Yeah, that was my Atlas skill tree I used. I'm gonna respec it now. I'm gonna stake some Legion off so I can get us a Uber fight. So we can do an Uber boss showcase. There. I'm gonna go for Uber Cortex, so I need that. That works out. Cool, so let's get going. Put our Uber Cortex in. Just making sure. So yeah, it is Uber Cortex. So after this boss I will do a little bit more of a discussion about some of the decisions I made and the alternative options available. So that's a lot of stuff to loot there. Get some of the stuff cleared out in this area so we can chill. Okay, so I got the Immortal Flesh Belt on. Got my Ashes of Stars. I played for the longest time without the Ashes of Stars. This just allows us to get like a lot more damage and stuff, but you don't really need this just to get going. I killed the this Uber boss before without the Ashes of Stars. It's just gonna be way too much to respec now to get everything and new gear to make my stats and reservation work out. So, but yeah, let's just showcase this Uber boss. So I generally have been doing pretty well on these, but as it would be for a showcase, I'm probably gonna end up dying. I don't even know what got me there. Oh, classic. I love it when you do a showcase and then you die. Okay, so I didn't put a portal there, so I just fast forwarded to get back here. But yeah, I guess let's try again. So this is probably the one that I've had the most fun farming. I actually farmed this for a while, so I can see if I can get some nice triple influence stuff to sell. I mean synthesized stuff. Okay. So I think this is the ad phase now. So I'm gonna skip this and then just go back when the boss spawns again. Next phase. Alright, that's good. That was pretty decent compared to how we failed the first round. And now we're gonna all ace this. Ish. Oh, alright. I need to include that. I wanted so badly to edit that out, but I'm gonna include that. So he is supposed to run away, and alright, so we're back. I think it's kinda good that I messed up here, so it shows you guys that this build is kind of OP, because I've messed up so much, and I've still been able to do this Uber boss, so it is kind of ridiculously strong. Our damage is so high with all our buffs up. Let's see. Okay, let's see what we get. So the one thing that I wanted to talk about is the shield that I've used for the longest time while leveling up, the Dawnbreaker shield. I mostly use this for the stat 20% of lightning damage is taken as fire, plus this has a lot of armor on it, and then armor scales our damage through the replica Dream Feather. The reason that I ended up moving away from this at the end is the damage difference is pretty huge. So let's see, I can swap these like that. So just to show you, this is unbuffed damage, but 668,000. So with this on, so we about half our damage, even though I initially felt like the armor would kind of make up for this extra scaling we're getting from this sword. Part of that is also because we lose, I guess, some accuracy, but it is a big damage drop. This does, you can feel the survivability increase when you have this on, but at the end of it, this is still not enough to really save you while mapping against Mana Siphoner and stuff. So I opted for second Replica Dream Feather. It just buffs the damage so much that most of the time you actually end up killing the Mana Siphoners before they damage you. So in this build's case, I anyway decided that having more damage is better than having more survivability. Other than using the Dawnbreaker, you can also look into using this shield. This is a shield that basically gives us 50% reduced damage taken from, yeah, it basically gives us 50% elemental damage taken as chaos. This obviously requires you to cap your chaos rays. It obviously reduces your damage massively. So that is an option if survival is a big priority for you. The option that I'm gonna end up going with now, since I've been pretty lucky, I would say, with apothecaries. So I've farmed a few and I've gambled a few, so I've ended up getting a mage blood in a previous video. If you want to go check that out, it was very cool. My first mage blood ever. And then I got 2 more here, which I'm gonna try and sell to buy tattoos. So there's unique tattoos you can buy that change keystones into any other keystones on the tree. So what I was thinking of doing is try and get Leafy Shade down there, which is 50% less damage over time taken if you started in the past second. So basically, it gives you like a second to get out of degens, which is still 50% damage that you're going to take, but it helps a lot. The one thing that I'm going to have to solve then is the ailment duration, because 100% more is crazy. The tattoo I'm talking about is this one here. Sorry for the brightness. It is the, whatever that is, the Journey Tattoo of Makanui. It replaces a keystone with a random keystone. I'm gonna have to buy a bunch of these, and it's basically a gamble because there's a lot of keystones on this tree, and I'm gonna try and change one of these into a one that I want, which is the Leafy Shade. Other than that, the build is pretty straightforward. Stacking attack speed, flat lightning damage. I chose to convert as much physical to lightning. It's not as big a deal. Um, and stacking armor and stacking aura effect. I currently can fit in vitality as well, but in order to fit in the vitality, I need to take more of these 5% reservation efficiency nodes. I mean 8%, that's not 5, that's definitely a 8. Which I do have some available. There's quite a few that I haven't taken yet. But I can fit more stuff in here. The reason I haven't done it on my current iteration without the Mage Blood is this belt just carries my life regen on its own. The one thing that I've been also getting questions about is this ring I have is really insanely good. Um, I know you can get better, I'm not trying to flex, but you don't need this high tier of this ring, because there's a lot of people are questioning this as being budget viable due to this ring. If you just go for lower raises, lower fire cold, lower life, lower quantity, lower rarity, just aim for as high as possible minus lightning rays, and then just put resistance catalyst on this. So this took it from minus 25 to minus 30, which is what I ended up with here. You don't need to have the max roll and everything. A lot of my gear I acquired by having searches running for them, because I needed very specific things. I still remember having to look for these gloves with tier 1 cold fire and chaos rays with life and an open prefix on it. It took me a while to find them with search. They're not that expensive, it's just a lot of this gear is very tailored to what your build needs. Another tip that I would just like to give you guys, if you cannot find gloves with, for example, fire and cold and chaos rays, but you really want them, and you find fire, lightning, and chaos rays. We all know lightning rays is bad for our build. You can do the changing. Oh, that was one too many E. Changing the, let's say, lightning rays into fire rays or cold rays from the harvest. It's not that expensive on choose, and that's a way to expand your searches a bit to find gear easier. Like this ring is really not special. It's just solving my int and basically chaos rays on it. Um, and I think I might still have my, yeah, this is the amulet that I ended up using for most of this league, for this build. It just has increased armor on it and attributes, and I put charisma anoint on it, and I wanted to have as much chaos rays as possible, so it has chaos rays on it. I put this up for 3 divine like a long time ago, probably 2 weeks ago now, maybe a week and a half, and no one has bought it, so it's clearly not that valuable. And a lot of this stuff is very niche, so you need the exact attributes or resistances for someone to actually end up buying it. Yeah, I think we covered the budget thing enough now. As look forward where this build can go, Mage Blood, I've got it, and it literally doubles your damage with decently rolled flasks. I will include the path of building once I get this character set up a little bit more. I'm gonna try and also include getting Leafy Shade in there, and include that too on path of building that I link in this video description. But basically, go Mage Blood, try and get highest possible Divergent or Alt Quells for most of the stuff. I am gonna also, as I'm using Vol Haste as my boost of damage on bosses, I'm gonna swap this out for just a higher level haste or higher level and Vol Haste if I can afford it. You can also go for Vol Phantasmal Smite that has the actual Vol ability as well, and then obviously ending up with levels or level 6 on a lot of my gems will also help a lot, my Awakened gems I should say, and I knew the Awakened multi-strike as well. So I think I'll end it up off here. Thank you guys so much for watching this little build series. I've been getting a lot of support and I really appreciate you guys. I'll see you in the next one.